In our culture, we tend to use the word miracle quite freely. We have miracle salad dressings, miracle creams.
I guess so. I hadn't thought of it that way. But among the thousands running the marathon on Monday, there'll be the genuine article, a living, breathing miracle. Matthew Rivet.
And a very proud North Andover family will be at the finish line to see their miraculous marathoner.
I'm just grateful that I'm able to run, from what I'm coming from.
The shadow that 28-year-old Matthew Rivet has come out from began on another North Andover road 3 years ago.
I was just coming home and, it was snowing out.
I was up in bed reading and I heard a crunch or a thud and thought, oh my God, somebody's hit a tree or a pole.
Around the corner from home, Matthew had crashed into a pole and was wedged into the wreck.
They had told us at first they might have to amputate his legs, and that they were taking him to Lawrence General.
Matthew's legs were salvageable, but barely. He had snapped his left thigh bone and the major bones in his right calf. And then the unthinkable happened. The fit former Navy seaman lapsed into a coma.
We were beside ourselves with his condition, and we thought that Boston was the place for him.
For a month, Matthew lingered in a coma in the New England Medical Center, a complication that rarely occurs with long bone breaks. Fatty lipids had leaked from the marrow of Matthew's broken bones into his bloodstream, depleting the oxygen to his brain.
Things got worse. He had a lot of little setbacks.
The family was called for a meeting to discuss Matthew's future.
They said the other thing was not to treat him aggressively, and they could let him, and the doctor said, and we could let him, and we could let him, and finally I said, and you could let him die.
But a mother's instinct knew best.
And that night at midnight, when I was going home, I said, Matt, please give me some sign that we're going to make the right decision here, and just stick your tongue out. And it took him almost 5.5 minutes, but he did.
And so the Rivet family prepared for Matthew's long road back, months and months in the hospital and rehab, with over 6 surgeries on his battered legs.
So here's the rod from the side.
To make Matthew's broken legs whole, Dr. William Donaldson inserted heavy 14-inch stainless steel rods.
A little entrance hole is made on the top, and then using X-ray control, the rod is placed down the center of the bone.
I said it felt like I have a kickstand in my thigh. I know it inhibits me when I do run, but I don't think it's really that bad.
I mean, he's surprised all of us that he's regained both the intellectual and the physical capacities that he has.
Overcoming the brain injury and the steel rods in both legs, Matthew's running has become his personal statement for other disabled people.
After I came out of the coma, when I was watching the Boston Marathon in '92, and I was telling the room full of people that I was going to run that, and I believe one of the nurses said, well, they have wheelchair divisions.
Matthew says he thinks of that conversation often as he runs, not wheels, the 45 to 55 training miles a week. And he says that he could not have recovered from the coma or the wheelchair without the love and support he received from his devoted family, friends, and therapists.
We have watched him run in a couple of races, and I wear sunglasses because I start to cry every time I see him. But they're tears of gratitude. He's come a long way.
Be sure to tune in to News Center 5 on Monday at 9 a.m. for full coverage of the Boston Marathon as we run with the best, including that gentleman right there.
What an incredible story. We're looking for him, rooting for him. And we'll be back at 6 o'clock.
Chet Curtis back with you from our vantage point near the finish line on the marquee of the Lenox Hotel. You know, in our culture, we tend to use the word miracle freely. We have miracle salad dressings and miracle creams, but among the thousands running the marathon today will be the genuine article, a living, breathing miracle. And a proud North Andover family will be at the finish line awaiting their miraculous runner.
truly an amazing, incredible story. Chet used the word miracle. 3 years later, folks, here he is with me. Matt, it's truly miraculous. It's a great story. How do you feel?
I feel great.
You feel great? You're running today?
Yeah.
You're up for this?
Oh, definitely. I definitely am. All the help I've received, you know, through the hospital, you know, being in the medical center and the rehab. And then when I started to run, I run with the Merrimack Valley Striders, and the support they've given me is unbelievable. And just the group of friends that I run with, you know, it's...
Well, also, we're sitting here during the piece, and Matt is saying to me, that's true, I'm the bionic man. That's me.
Yeah.
Want to make any predictions on your time today?
Not really. I mean, before all this stuff started, you know, I just wanted to run a good race, and I mentioned my 3:30 time to Rosemary, and that blew up. So I'm just hoping to, if I run a smart race, which I'm capable of doing, I think I will run a 3:30.
Rosemary is Rosemary Lappin, the producer
Lappin,
with whom Matt worked on doing that story. Well, we wish you just so much luck out there today.
Thank you very much.
And we're going to be watching you very carefully.
Sounds
and I'd
good.
like to let everybody know that on News Center 5, beginning at 5 o'clock tonight, we'll let them know your progress.
All right, great. Thank you.
Good luck.
All right,
Good
thank
luck,
you very
Matt.
much.
Thanks for being with us. We're going to take another quick break, and we'll be right back with more of our coverage of the running of the 99th Boston Marathon.
Steve, thank you. Among the hundreds of stories of courage tonight is one that stands out. The story of 28-year-old Matt Rivet of North Andover. We brought you Matt's story last week. He's been training for months. 2 14-inch steel rods in his legs from a crippling car crash that left him in a coma and nearly killed him. Doctors thought Matt would never walk again, but walk and run he did. Today, the steel rods he calls his kickstands kicked in. He ran and finished the marathon in 3 hours and 30 minutes.
Hello, I'm Matthew Rivet from North Andover, Massachusetts, and this is the Rosie O'Donnell Show. Today's guests are Bill Paxton, Ann Heche, and David Charvet. Hit it, John. Good afternoon, Rosie.
How are you?
Very fine, thank you.
Now you're all dressed in running attire.
I'm dressed in running attire, and I have a jacket for you, too.
Well, then come on down and give me it.
From David McGilvery and his friends at the Boston Marathon.
Excellent. Turn around here so everyone can see you at home. Now, your story is pretty incredible, Matthew.
It is.
You were in a car accident.
Yes.
You were in a coma. Doctors wanted to pull the plug.
Yeah.
Told you you'd never walk again. And you're competing in your third Boston Marathon.
Boston, yeah.
Is that an amazing story? Now, what did you do? They told you wouldn't walk, and what'd you think?
They told me I wouldn't walk, and it was a long road for me, you know. In Boston, you know, after I came out of the coma, the first time I watched the Boston Marathon, I had said to a nurse, I said, I'm going to run that one of these days. And one of the nurses said, that's all right, they have wheelchair divisions. And, you know, that scared me, but it also, you know, it was a goal of mine to run the Boston Marathon, but it was a very great challenge. You know, I knew I could do it, and with the help I've received, you know, from the club that I run with, the Merrimack Valley Striders, you know.
Say it again. Say it loud.
Merrimack Valley Striders.
All right, there you go. And you've done it 2 times. This will be your third.
This is my third Boston, yeah.
Well, we all will be watching. WCVB in Boston will be carrying Channel 5, the Boston Marathon. It's on Monday. Good luck to you, Matthew. You're an inspiration. I hope you do very well.